Hey, this is a good Discord question. I like this question. If you are on our Discord, go check out. We got the topic suggestions there. You could give us a topic suggestion. This one's a good one. I like that. What do you do to reset if you're having a bad session?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I chill.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. You know what I've learned over time, especially when I got older and older when I was skating, is that like you some days you just don't feel right, but sometimes if you just keep it mellow and calm down and just maybe something else will develop, and sometimes you start developing other tricks randomly.
Yeah.
And you might not get the trick that you wanted or whatever, but you can somewhat develop something else, and that can like grow somewhere else. I remember I did that with manual switch flip. I was trying some other trick for so long, I got so pissed, but I started trying that and just kind of flipped one, and I was like, oh my God, and that like opened up this whole new door for me. So like, it's just kind of like, you got to calm down, and it's hard when you're just pissed off.
I think there's two parts to this question. There's like the bad session that you're just having a session with the homies and you're just having a horrible time. But then there's also the time when you're trying to film a trick. Yeah. And you're just having a bad session. You can't you're getting close to the trick, then you're getting far away, and you're getting and I always just take 10 minutes just to chill, just to chill, because I feel like once I decompress a little bit and I'm not so hyper focused on what I'm doing and I can kind of let my mind go, I get back into it and I'm almost starting at a fresh point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Drink some water and chill.
Just chill, have a little conversation with the friends, like, the filmer, have a snack.
If you get your mind off of it, sometimes you can start again in something.
Because you get so wrapped up
just
in your mind, whether you're filming a trick or you're just having a bad session, now everything just amplifies itself like tenfold and then 10 more fold. And then all of a sudden you're literally like breaking your board because you're just like over it.
Andrew Huberman has some interesting thoughts on that in his episode, if you go back and watch it.
What do you say?
He has some techniques where he does some breathing and some eye movements.
Yep.
But
left to right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Double in through the nose twice, then out through your mouth.
A big one through your nose?
Yeah.
I thought it's two.
Yeah, that
it's
one.
Two and then out.
No, it's like a big one and then another.
Yeah, it's two.
Yeah. Two
and then one.
Two and then one.
I use that shit literally almost on a day-to-day basis ever since he told me that shit,
sure.
and it fucking works. It's crazy.
It seems to settle you.
It does.
There's like little, almost like cheat codes to the body to like.
It's fucking crazy. That shit works, dude.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Shout out to Huberman for this shit too.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever?
Advice.
This is kind of involved with this question. When you're trying it, let's say you're trying a trick, whatever, that you have those windows.
Yeah.
You are like you're like there and you're coming hella close, and then you'll just not even come close for a while. But if you understand that process,
waves, baby,
and you'll be like, it'll make you calmer. I feel like you know what I mean.
Sure.
But that's a huge thing.
That's always been my battle. That's always been my battle. I'll be like seriously going at something for like an hour, and like sure enough, like you'll have your little ebbs and waves. And in the beginning, I'm like, okay, I got this. I'm gonna get this shit fast. And then next thing you know, I'm like sitting there an hour later, like, bro, is this shit coming? You know what I mean? And then eventually, either it does or it doesn't. But the battle is always still real, and it definitely gets you to that point where you're just like, you can't land everything when you want to. You know?
See, that's the thing, man. Is like when you're in that battle, and that window just starts cracking open, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and you could smell grandma's apple pie that she just put in the windowsill to cool. You start smelling that shit, and you're like, ooh, and then the window starts open, and then it just slams shut.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
It happens.
It's crazy how skateboarding is so mental, and like you're trying a trick for 2 hours. I've rarely seen people be so calm while trying a trick for 2 hours. I feel like all of us have been. You get fucking pissed off. You get frustrated.
Don't get stuck on trying the same trick over and over again.
But that's when you're filming a trick. What do you? It's like you're focused.
You don't want to waste your energy.
I've thought about that too, Raj. It's like why don't I just try to film 2 different tricks at the same time on the same spot, but that never works because now you're just bouncing back and forth and you're getting even more head fucked
for sure.
Because now you're trying to battle 2 tricks
and you're just falling farther and farther away from each one.
Yeah, for sure. But it is a repetitiveness too of like it's almost like not natural to skateboard that way. It's like trying a trick the same goddamn thing for 4 hours.
Right.
Yeah, I try not to fall in
natural.
that trap. If I find myself falling in that trap, I just like to go, all right, just do some basics.
Right.
And then just do some basic stuff and then go back to it.
But you know what's dope about that transfers over into real life is that you never take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Straight
mean? Like
up.
on some skate shit, we fail more than we succeed.
Yes.
So you always find a new way to kind of recalibrate. It's like,
Yes.
okay, when I was putting my foot here, I was getting closer to doing it this way.
yeah.
And that mind game that you play with yourself to try and
It
like,
gives you a stronger mind game in that sense, for sure.
Try and figure it out to when you get it, and then it transfers over into real life on some real shit.
Absolutely.
Were you guys superstitious in anything? So much before a
A
trick?
little bit. No.
I would do like a flat ground trick or something sometimes before I would jump, or like I would do the flat ground trick. Or I would hear this about Shane O'Neill.
Switch flipping the triple set
Yeah.
like every try before he tried to switch double flip,
tray.
double
Switch-
tray.
Yeah, he would switch flip it, and then run back up and try switch double tray. Then land it, would run back up, switch flip it, run back up, do switch double tray. And I was like I would think like that, but I wouldn't be physical like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'd be like,
That's one of a
like
kind.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that's incredible mental,
Yeah.
and incredible physical. Like,
I mean, I get that why he's doing that. Obviously, to make sure that the impact is there.
Yeah.
But it's two different. You know what I mean? What
No,
you're
for
doing
sure.
and how you set up your feet. It's just like
But it's that
To
game
roll
you say,
away,
like when you, all right,
Yeah.
I landed this, I know the feeling, I can go do
Yeah.
it again. Different trick. Like,
that feeling you need to have
Yep.
before you're trying that trick, it has to be like, I'm committing,
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like there's no half-assing switch double tray. You know what I mean? Like you're
No.
going for it, or you're I don't know how
Jumping and ledge
Yeah.
tricks are totally different,
Yeah, yeah.
filming style, mentality, all that stuff.
sure.
Because you could half-ass a ledge trick,
Yeah.
and that happens a lot when you're like going up for a trick and you just kind of you don't even try almost.
but then you do it.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
right? You get close.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. And it's always like the first try, like you were saying
Yes.
before.
Yep.
You're like, oh, I got this shit quick.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, it's not the same for the
Eight,
next 30 tries.
8 hours later, bro. Story of my life.
And it's funny when people like almost eat shit before they try the trick and then they land it.
It works.
Like,
that happens for me. That's happened
Yeah.
so many times, bro. I'll like hit a rock or some shit right before, and I'm like, I'm gonna still try this shit, and then I do it.
and those make for
Like,
the
you
best
motherfucker.
clips too.
Brandon
You
Turner.
Dude, switch hard flip, Carlsbad.
Yeah, that was prime.
Because it gets your mind off for that split
It
second.
is. Then you
Yeah.
go blank.
Yeah.
for a minute.
You're like, oh shit, and then it's done.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yup.
There's a lot of resetting you could do on this question. I mean,
I
like
used to smoke a little joint halfway
go.
through
Yeah.
halfway through
That can help you out.
the session.
And it's
For
better.
sure.
I think it also comes back to just taking that break.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't necessarily say I'd go to the store and get a water because I think that's too excessive
Yeah.
of a break. I don't want to like leave my surroundings and what I'm doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have lasted at Love Park.
What do you mean?
There's
To go get some?
Run, skate, chill. Go to the store.
I was doing that at West LA, bro. West LA Courthouse. We were run skating and chilling all the time, man. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I think, I mean, Dubs, is that like take a break?
I mean, I have done that before. I mean, it usually be to a point where I'm just thirsty or some shit and I don't have a water or something. I'm like, I need something. I need, to replenish and
Right.
make sure that I'm right moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't sit down. I would go grab a water and like make sure I'm still standing up, get
Okay.
back, have a couple sips, still be in the zone. You know
So
what I mean?
you wouldn't even chill and sit down for 10 minutes
Nah,
and
because
like
then if I chill and start to really, then I'll be like, I'll start to lose like, the
okay.
the energy on what I was just in.
Interesting.
I
So
don't-
we're
I
different.
can't.
I would chill. I would literally sit down.
Yeah.
Filmer would come over. We'd talk. We'd have a laugh.
Break
We'd
up the
chat.
I want the
break-
blood flow to still be going.
Yeah, like break up the
Yeah.
monotony. Yeah.
You know what's
exactly.
crazy? Where I saw, I mean, you guys skated with Guy a lot, but we went to China with Guy. I was for a couple of weeks, and seeing his work ethic at a spot, he would bring like all the water, Gatorade. He would be set up. He'd have towels. He would have extra shirts, and it was like he would just he wouldn't stop trying.
Yeah.
He
I mean,
wouldn't-
a painter's got to bring paint to
yeah.
the canvas. He's got to bring paint to the studio.
Totally.
You
can't be
can't-
prepared. He's definitely one of those guys that's prepared. Sweat through a shirt, have another shirt ready on deck.
Yeah.
You
he taught me that. I learned that from him way later in the game, but I saw a clip of me the other day. I remember that the downhill spot, the downhill ledge, the marble one we found, where he just in front blunted down it. Dude, I think you were there that day with me. I did like switch tail, switch heel.
Yeah.
Dude, I went through 2 pairs of pants and like 4 shirts.
Yeah.
It was just
nuts.
literally.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it was freezing
The
out.
sun is
Right?
different.
It was freezing. It was freezing that day.
China, it was like a really good way to understand that, like, you're all the way overseas. You've done all this effort to get to this spot. The spot's beautiful. Like, you're not going to be back home where you're like, fuck it, I'm going to go home.
Right.
You're like here, so like, let's bring a couple shirts. Let's fucking have a different attitude because we ain't flying back home after this shit. We're here to do the business, and then we're out.
I think China's a little different experience too, because like you got to take a taxi or you got a driver, so you're actually like literally packing for the day
For sure.
to go out there.
Yeah.
But
it teaches you that shit. Like, you come prepared. You got a mission. This is a job. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's have
You
fun.
get your backpack ready for the day. Like, have it ready.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to a spot, I mean, I guess it could help a little bit to get your mind off it. But you're going to a spot unprepared with water. You're trying some hard shit, and you got to leave to go get water.
Yeah.
It's like you should be prepared on
Totally.
that for yourself.
That's why hopefully a homie will go get some water.
Team
and
manager.
have some. Yeah.
Team managers.
You don't got to get ready. Stay
ready.
ready.
That was an off day for me that didn't have water. I wasn't prepared. I was already psyched on skating the spot.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Man.
It does, bro.
Good question though. I mean, if you reset having a bad session, I mean, I guess here we're all different. Everybody's got their own little thing to reset.
See, Dubs, he's got a beard on deck like that. He's ready to go.
boom.
That's the reset.
Yeah, that's
A reset. Man. So good question, and thank you for that Discord question.
That's a great question.
If you're having a bad session, what do you do to reset? Everybody's got their own thing, I guess.
And sometimes you just leave.
Yeah,
Just leave. It's not going to be a good day.
If your board doesn't feel right and you don't feel right, it's just one of those days, then just chill.
It's
dude.
better to chill than get hurt.
Exactly.
Because that's one of them days you will get hurt.
And it's more of just like what that is like a lot of people don't think that there is like a reset. Like it's just like get it or nothing kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like you could reset and just relax for a second,
Yeah. Good stuff. And them. Again, if you want to contribute to the show, we have our Discord over here. Links in the video description below. Join the channel and get involved. We get to submit some budget or buttery stuff or some topics. But
Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my
left.
right? It's on
No,
my
on your left.
Hey,
Yeah.
hit that button right there.
Right there.
Right there.
please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of like
it's like right here?
Kind of.
Like right
and
there?
the subscribe's like over to the left.
It's like right over there. All right.